faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings at a single bound, this amazing stranger from the planet Krypton, the Man of Steel, Superman.
The way the DC Universe works, originally, was each superhero had its own story and had its own world. The superheroes in DC Comics, for the most part, stand for very strong ideals. And there's characters like Superman, who basically almost always stood for truth, justice, and the American way.
You have great power. Even though you've been raised as a human being, you are not one of them.
You wrote that the world doesn't need a savior, but every day I hear people crying for one.
Bring it on! Now fly.
And with the villains, it's a lot harder because it's kind of hard to come up with a really good bad guy. Lex Luthor stands for human fallacy as well as human ambition. And there have been different theories on why he hates Superman. And when it comes down to it, Lex Luthor doesn't trust Superman because he's an alien. He doesn't trust Superman because Superman has more powers than mere mortals. And he doesn't trust Superman because people like him.
I knew there was more to the story.
During World War II, Superman was an incredibly popular comic, and he was used to sell war bonds. The covers all talked about selling war bonds. Superman talked about selling war bonds in the comics because it was a way to, the government needed the money, and any way it could get anyone to talk about selling war bonds, it did, and they did. And after World War II, after what had been a pretty depressing period for the world, comic books were seen as a way to generate an escape. The worlds were a lot brighter. Gotham City got brighter, Batman got brighter, Superman got brighter. They dealt with outside threats more. Metropolis was just a city. Gotham was just a city. Real places are visited, but there are very few real places that were where the home of superheroes were because they wanted to maintain that departure from reality, and heroes were never in the same universe.
You know, Lois, the old island looks just as good as ever.
That's right, Clark. Thanks to Superman.